Well, welcome back to Biker Tours. I haven't posted for a week. I've been up in London. I highlighted to me why we went to France this year. Many people have said to me, why do you bother to go on about France? Well, of course, the advantage is that as bikers, we love the open road. And one thing that you get in France is the open road. Not only in France, but many continental countries, the roads are far quieter. That was brought home to me in London last week, how busy that is, how difficult it is to get around, whether by car or even by motorcycle, although it's easier by motorbike. But in France, suddenly you have that open road in front of you, say across much of the continent. It's an absolute joy to be able to travel whatever style you want to. And certainly that's one reason why I like going there. Now, my brother will say in the UK, well, we should head for the Highlands of Scotland. And I understand that and appreciate that. Maybe that's what we'll be doing next year and taste a bit of Scottish riding. If not, possibly down to Spain. One or the other, we'll see. But going back to our French trip this year around the Loire and Brittany, well, we had our first full day in the Loire. What we had done is downloaded the route from Ride's superb French supplement that they brought out 2 years ago. So Ride Magazine's French supplement, have a look at that, it is excellent. We followed their route, not in the order they gave it because we were staying in the middle of it basically, so we reversed a lot of the route. Ended up at lunchtime in the town of Amboise, where we had a superb lunch at a street cafe owned by a Harley Davidson owner. He had his customised Harley outside the front of the cafe, proudly displayed there for all the tourists who were stopping by and looking at it. Great light lunch, which you can get quite reasonably in France, a good beer. We were able to look around the town and we had our lunch underneath the shadow of the huge chateau they've got there. Chateau makes you think of a pretty place. This was a massive castle dominating the River Loire there. But many other towns we went through, many chateaus we went by, small and large, and that was the beauty of the route. You didn't have to stop at them. But we have planned to stop at one that everybody recommends, including Ride Magazine, and that's Chateau. It was about half an hour from where we were staying, and it's a massive place, built as a hunting lodge. There's a spiral staircase in the middle, apparently, or suggested that it is designed by Leonardo da Vinci, because in fact it's got two staircases. And as we went up one, Norman and Heather went up the other, and you don't meet until you come out on the floor. So very interesting the way that works. But apart from that, a few rooms have furniture in it. There's an interesting chapel and a little bit of interesting history. They stored art treasures there during the Nazi occupation, but it's a huge empty place. And I certainly wouldn't make a detour to go there if I was going somewhere else. Although the grounds, and if you want to spend all day there, there's an awful lot to do. But we were just there for a few hours. Couldn't see everything. But it was enjoyable, but I wouldn't make a detour to go there. After being in Chambord, we headed back in rain, unfortunately, back to our auberge, where again we had an excellent evening of wine and food, as only France can deliver to you, before we were going to face the next day, which is only a 47-mile short trip to our next hotel. We were going to lengthen that, of course, and by chance and unplanned, we stopped by a very nice chateau. But I'll tell you about that in our next post.